Hi everyone, and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike. I'm just going to try and stabilise this tripod a bit because it's on the slant again. And it's got a bloody mind of its own. Off with the bloody red head, as the Queen would say in Alice in Wonderland. We should do, but I've actually got an Alice in Wonderland painting, funny enough, of the Cheshire Cat. Right, so let's get this moving because we are so excitingly getting to the end of this fantastic painting. I'm not going to do any colour filling in this session because partly the reason being is I forgot to get the colours. So yeah, okay, so where we go? We were up there, weren't we? Somehow we've missed a few. Okay, we can go back over that. But yes, today I was really naughty. I was supposed to go to the doctor's and I woke up at I set an alarm for 5, which was ridiculously too early. And I woke up about 8:30 and I thought, well, I ain't gonna get there now. Only, by the time I get out of the shower and that. So I didn't turn up, so oopsie. I'm gonna have to book another appointment. It's too, I don't know about you guys, but it's too early in the morning. I'm definitely not a morning person. There was one occasion I had to get up at 6:30 in the morning because I was on the 8 o'clock shift at work, and oh man, no one wants to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. So yeah, anyway, I got up and I'm not going to even bother calling up again because unless my symptoms get worse, but at the moment everything's died down a bit, so I'm going to try and be careful on what I eat and try and manage it that way. Although I was really naughty again yesterday, I bought a pack of 5 donuts, jam donuts, and ate the whole bag. Yeah. So, yeah, unless it gets worse, then I'll book an appointment. But another reason is it's just right over near the other side of Braintree, and it's I really can't be asked to walk. But to be fair, I did get up really late, so then I went back to bed till probably about coming up to about 11ish, and then I got up because I had to sort of force myself. When you're that comfy and you just don't want to get up. So I just had to force myself, jump in the shower, and then load my laptop up because it was pinging like mad again. And yeah, another 20 odd emails. And it's all stupid things. It's all emails from companies like One Day Saving or AliExpress or new catalogue out, that sort of thing. So yeah. Normally I clear all my emails there and then, but it's just getting ridiculous because every time I clear one I'll get more through, and I've just gave up with reading emails at the moment. I need a break from it, so obviously I will keep checking daily in case there's any important ones that I need to attend to, but yeah. So yeah, so then I thought, well, I'll make a cup of tea and sort this out and try and do a bit more of this. And then I've got to try. Today's an easy day because obviously it's Friday, so it's the day that I finish up for the week, and I've just got to try and sort this bounty out. That's the goal for today, and then yeah, pretty much done for the week. But yeah, I'm also waiting for the postman today. I think there's no strike. I think today's a normal day, so I should get that Amazon voucher, hopefully. Because I would like to spend that. And 10 times out of 10, I know I'm going to spend it on a painting. So I'm thinking perhaps 5 on a painting, and then the other 5, perhaps I'll get some Pringles or something. Or if I find two, there's, as I said, there's one I really like that's got a lion cub. It's a lion with 4 little cubs on it, and if I see another one for a £5, I'll grab it, because I don't like paying more than £5 for a painting. I've really cut it down. I used to spend so much on paintings, and then I realised with Fancils, you get it for half as much. So how they get, why they're so expensive, I don't know. But yeah, once they get to £5, then you've got a deal. And then I was listening to this red howler monkey. Google it if you put in YouTube, red howler monkey howling. It sounds like, you know, when the sink's blocked and it's going like it's got that gurgling noise. You know, it sounds like that. But yeah, so funny. So that's how it gets its name, the red howler monkey. I'd love to go back to the zoo and do some more customs. I would love to do a chimpanzee as a custom. One of my monkeys that I help out with the Born Free Foundation is called Eve, and I think she sadly died. No, I think Eve is with DSWF, which is David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation. I think she's, you can tell she's old because she's turning grey, so you, like in fur, so you can tell that she's getting old. But it's either with, I can't remember off the top of my mind, but it's either with Born Free or it's with DSWF. And they've changed recently. Normally you have to pay a yearly adoption, but they've changed it to monthly now, which is a lot better. And then yesterday, my donation to the butterfly conservation went out, so that was pretty good. Because I love I do like butterflies, but I mainly did it for my mum, because like I just love helping butterflies. You know, the thing is with butterflies is they have a caterpillar. They start off as a caterpillar, and then the minute they turn into a butterfly, so it goes. Apparently, they have 3 days life cycle as a butterfly. So whether that's true or not, I'm not entirely sure, but there's so many species, there's thousands of them. You've got things like the the skipper, you've got things like the admiral, you know, so yeah. Oh no, what's going on here? Getting confused again, Mike, I'm getting confused. So I'll put them there, that's fine. But yeah, it's just a charity I'm very passionate about. Not many people agree with donating to charities, but I do. I've done it for many years, many years, and what's nice about it is, although you're donating each month, you're also getting a lovely magazine I think it's every quarter, but I just love reading, and I'm just like a very generous person. I'll help anyone out. I'm just like a people's person, really. Like if someone was struggling one day and they needed like £5, I'm that type of person, and I will help them out. But if there's a genuine need, because my auntie did this once, and we had this man in Whittam who was called Mark, and he was always round like Whittam drunk, always sitting on benches drunk, and I think he died. But one day he said to my auntie, "Could you help me? I need £5." And he goes, and she goes, "Right, I'll give you it. What do you need it for?" "Oh, I need to buy some food." And he said, "Okay, we'll come to the shop with me, and I'll buy you it." "Oh no, I'll buy it later." "No, you've just said that you want some." And then we found out that he didn't want food; he wanted it for drink. So yeah, naughty git. So yeah, providing there's a genuine reason, I will help people out. That's what God has told me to do, to help people. So yeah. Oh, this is all going pear-shaped today. What's going on here, Mike? That goes there. That's O. So that goes up there. I don't know what's going on here. Right. Let's get back on track. Somehow I'm getting all these muddled up. There we go. So I'm really hopeful that my my Amazon voucher comes today, because that would be amazing if it did. So yeah. So yeah. But I'll only help people that are in dire need. Like, if there was people like really, like, I could see them struggling. If they're not struggling and they're just trying to get money out of you, then I'm not going to do that. So for me, and a lot of these homeless people, what they do is they put a dog there. And I've seen it on TV where they put a dog there, but then they're basically, people feel sorry for the dog, so they give money, and then he walks off and, you know, he's a normal person. Do you see what I mean? And he's going in shops buying things, and he's going gambling and all that sort of thing, and I'm thinking, but do you see what I mean? So normally if I see one with a dog, and you can tell if a dog's well fed by looking at their backbone. So if you've got a dog that is full of fat on their backbone, then obviously, you know, it's fake. But obviously if it's a dog that looks like you can see the ribs coming through, then obviously I will have to intervene and help them out. But yeah, I just love to help people, really. That is what God has sent me to do. I cannot believe two things. One, we're almost at the end of October, considering, because in summer we have like 4 weeks, but then in, I think, the winter we get 5 weeks. But even though it's been 5 weeks, it's just shot by, and it is scary to think that we're at the end of the year already. And then before you know it, next year's here. So I just don't know how or where the time has gone. But the good thing is the next good thing is we are almost finished on this, and it is just, oh, it's lovely. So it's just really, really, I can't believe we're right at the end, near enough. It's quite exciting. Bargain hunt's on. My friend works for the Mayor of London. She's one of my colleagues, and she actually, I think she's like a secretary, and she said that she was watching Bargain Hunt once, and the news interrupted it because of the Queen's death and that. So yeah, if it's breaking news, they will intervene it. Because I think the news, I don't know what they else, like news presenters, they must do more than just present the news. So I don't know what they do all through the day, but while they're working there, it's quite interesting. If you do know the answer, do let me know. But yep. And I've seen this new book. It's called Francis Bourgeois. And Francis Bourgeois is a train spotter. He loves his trains. He's on TikTok. He's brought out a mug, and he's brought out a new book. I think it's called Train Spotting with Francis Bourgeois. And I've actually ordered that because I always watch his videos, so I'll definitely have a good old read of that. So it's on pre-order at the moment, because apparently it's not released until October the 27th. So yeah. I absolutely love reading. Ever since I won a competition at school, I won Best Reader of the Year award, and I got £14 in WH Smith vouchers. But at that time, I didn't know what to buy, so I gave them to my dad, and my dad gave me £20 instead. £14 or whatever figure I just said. And he had the vouchers because he wanted a book, and I got to spend £14 elsewhere. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I've been a librarian. I've been, well, obviously at school, so I've, been a librarian. I've just always been interested in books ever since, like, the old-fashioned days where they were coming to school, but in these big trolley case things, and you open the trolley and you've got all the books in there. They came on like these trolley wheel things that they bring in school, and even bought, I think it was a tropical adventure book that I bought, and I just love reading. And once I finished reading them, they go very similar, like a magazine. So once I've read that book, I shred it and it goes in the bin. I'm not a type of person that can read a book over and over and over again. Once that book's read, it goes, and I shred it, because I can't. I'm the sort of person that's, I've read it, I don't need to read it again, So I'm always on the hunt for books. And when Timeless Classics came out with that Jane Austen collection, I was like, oh wow, I've got to get that. I know nothing about, and this is the thing, a lot of people say you need research to do a collection. You don't, because with Total Tarot, you're being guided on how to do it. It's very similar. There's no way that anybody here can build a scratch model there and then. You probably could, I'm not denying that, but what I'm trying to say is, every part work you're taught on how you do it. So sometimes I get comments like, oh, you're doing a collection but you don't do any research on it, and I just reject that, because I know that I don't need research to do a collection. I like to be taught on how it's done by the magazine. So I don't know what we was talking about now apart from that. I know there was something else but I can't remember, but yeah, I just love reading, really. And I think that's why I took on Jane Austen, the collection from, whatchamacallit, is it RBA? Yeah, RBA. And I know nothing about Jane Austen, but reading these books will let me learn about what Jane Austen is about. I know she's a famous writer, but obviously it all started, again, why I got so many books was through my friend. He got me into a lot of Titanic books. So it's just lovely, I just love reading. Oh crap, we ain't done the time. So let's say 10 past, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, okay. I get so carried away with these, I forget the time. But I'm very excited, it's going to be fun to now get this painting finished, get a new one up and running, and yeah. So really this is sort of like the start of the themes now, because every painting now will be taking a different approach. Where we used to do a different painting each day, I'm going to be phasing that out. Not so much with cards. I mean, it might be that I do a theme and then a few cards in the week. I'm not entirely sure, but mainly it's going to be themes now, because obviously it's quite nice. I'm not thinking about every day. It'll probably be a themed one until it's finished, and then it just allows us to work on a few other paintings. But as I say, I've got different ideas and I'm not really sure whether I want to do just a theme or other ones throughout the week as well. I'm not entirely sure on that. Found another painting company today. It's called DIY Moon Shop. So I'm going to give them a go, order some things through them. And my mission is to try and order from every single diamond painting company that is in existence. I've got a couple of dinosaurs from the works that I do, and there's one. I think I bought one on Amazon and one through the works, but I definitely want to try, even if it's just spending like a £5. I definitely want to try every single company out there, because a lot of the companies that I shop with come from China, so it's trying to get them more into the UK, Francis Bourgeois, I like that name. So yeah, I can't wait to get that book. and it's on Prime as well. So I don't know whether there's a Kindle version. You'll have to look, but he loves his trains, and yeah, I have to have that book. I've got to give it a good old read, absolutely. Because he's quite famous. I think he's been on This Morning, you know, the TV show. I think he does do a lot on TikTok. But yeah, he's ever since a young age he's loved his trains. When I was a kid, I actually went to, there's a place in Marks Tay. I think it's a little bit further up. But as a kid, we went to Thomas the Tank Engine Day Out, and it was the actual Thomas the Tank Engine, and then there was another one with Daisy, and it was so like interesting. The carriages were really, really like old dated, and they do it every year. You'll have to look online if you've got any young youngsters or you've got any children of yourself. Do check it out. It's Thomas the Tank Engine Days Out, and I think they do it in a place called Sudbury. It's on that line, so Marks Tay or Sudbury. It's not Marks Tay, but I think it's in Sudbury or a little bit up. It's got a funny name to it, Clapham something or whatever it's called. But do check them out. It's a great fun day out. They only do it for a couple of days throughout the year. But yeah, I remember that. My dad has always been like one that has to go out and do all like, see all the attractions and see all like different shows and all that. He's very into his theatre shows. I am as well, but because I do my own sort of theatre stuff within my local amateur dramatic group, I don't really attend a lot of shows because we get so many of our shows in, and I'm going to stop saying the word show. Do you know there's a video, I'm not even joking, and on my tank video, I don't know what video it is, but one of my leopard tank videos on my other channel, World of Mike, I must have said, so as you can see, that was what all I kept saying was, as you can see. I must have said it 50 odd times, and I watched the video back and I thought, oh my God, how many times have I said that, you know? And back then my friend was doing the video for me, the editing, and unfortunately I had to get rid of him because he was just taking the mick out of me, like £40 video, I wasn't having it. Yeah, he even picked up on it and started laughing, and we did laugh over it, but yeah, I must have said it 50 odd times, and yeah. So as you can see, we're now going to put this screw in here, and as you can see, we're now going to put the track on, and as you can see, we're now going to put this on. So as you can see, this is what it looks like, and as you can see, I can't believe that. As I say, I don't know what video it is, but it's one of them that I keep saying, as you can see. But, oh man, I didn't even know I said it that much, but I must say the same thing a lot. So yeah. Seven tears have flown into the river. You should listen to that song. It's called Seven Tears by the Goombay Dance. And Oliver Bent is German. So obviously he's singing in English, but you can tell he's got a German accent. But it's called Seven Tears, and it's brilliant. But not the slow version, the ramped up one. The ramped up one is on Amazon Music, but it's got like a green background with a disco ball on it. A red disco ball, but that is a really, really fun one to listen to. So yabba dabba doo. Do, 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 do. Land of home and glory, master of the sea. Don't get me singing, please don't get me singing. I'll sing forever. Again, it's like YouTube is a very rewarding place. Like the amount of people I meet, you know, this is the thing, people come, people go, but you're always meeting new people all the time. And this is how I got into that Schmule app. You know, I was saying that there's a singing app called Schmule, Smule. It's how I got into that, through a friend of a friend of a friend, you know. And I think one day I was like, how do you do that? That is really good. And she said it was called Schmall, and that's where it sort of began. I haven't done any more songs on that, partly because you have to pay for it, and I don't agree with the price. It should be free. But I think it's to do with getting it on the App Store. That's where the fee comes in. So companies have to pay to put it in the App Store. So perhaps that's how they recover it. I don't know. But yeah, I need to get back onto that app. It's so fun. It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love, but it's over now. From the moment we touched to the time rushing by. I think it's called It Must Have Been Love. It's a really good song. So yabba dabba doo. Oh, look at this. We're almost at the end of this block. Oh, I'm so exciting. I've had a complete U-turn. I was like really emotional at seeing this end, but I'm really excited now. You know, this is the start of the end of an era for this painting that we have been working on for several weeks. And yeah, the new one is just about round the corner. So it's very, very good, man. Very good, very good, very, very good, man. Very, very good. So, yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo. I've got my nephew, this very cute bear. It's basically Peter Rabbit's. I don't know if it's his dad or his granddad, but you know the one that's got the brown jacket. I've got this Peter Rabbit, but it's 10 times bigger than the one I got from Build-A-Bear Workshop. And that reminds me, I need to get some shoes. With Build-A-Bear, it's so funny because you can dress your own bear, so you can get shoes, jackets, that sort of thing. And I don't know if I spoke about this, but at the time, my parents were going through a divorce, and we was in London one day because there was like, we had to spend half time with the dad and then half time with my mom and stuff like that, and there was like specific rules that we had to spend and then go back home. And he took me to Build-A-Bear Workshop, and he got me and my sister a bear, and there's this heart that you can put in it, but you kiss it and you make a wish. And my wish was, back then, to live with my mum. And I'm talking when I was a very, very, young, so probably about 11. And I've still got that bear to this day, somewhere around here. It sits with the bear that one of my fellow YouTubers who used to watch my channel, I don't know if he does anymore, but he's called Jay's channel. And he very kindly got me a Blackpool bear out of a grabbing machine, and it sits with that. So anyway, you can get these shoes and jackets for it, but they're very expensive. But I've just never really got round to doing it. And you can obviously ask them to really pack it out, so you can have like it really soft, or you can have the bear really hard. Mine's like a little soft bear. I'll have to get it out one day and show you. But it's... Tell you what, I'll have a quick look. If I can, I'll show you if I can. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, here we go. So I'll try and get the camera up a bit. But this is the bear, this is Fudge. So this was the bear, I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'll try my best to get this up as best as I can. Let's try there, but That's Fudge. So he's like a little soft bear. And then the bear that Jay got me is this lovely, it's got like a bandana and it's got Coral Beach written on it, Blackpool. So yeah, you can get all sorts of shoes for that. And I'll never ever forget that. Let me just put these bears back. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise, but But yeah, I love me plush toys. I've always loved my plush toys. There was a collection a while back with Amacom, and it was called Animal World. And each month you got a magazine with a plush toy, but unfortunately they cut it short because it wasn't selling. And it is such a shame because I've tried high and low to get more, and yeah, I can't get hold of them. But it was such a brilliant collection. But yeah, you're never too old for a plush toy, in my opinion. I'll always treasure that bear because it stays with you. Memories stay with you, and I will always ever be grateful. And there's a big one as well. And back then, I said, oh, I really like that bear. Where did you get it? And I think they said it came from a grabber machine. And yeah, it was just so magical. And then I don't know whether he sent it for Christmas or whether he sent it throughout the year, but when I got it, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. And that bear will stay with me forever until I die, because it's just the fact that someone very kindly sent me this lovely bear, and yeah, you know, helping someone out, and got it out of there for me, and I'll always remember that. I mean, even though we don't sort of like talk anymore, you know, it's still, I have a lot of memories with that bear. It's always, I'll never forget, you know, that someone from YouTube went out of their way to get me that bear, and yeah, I'll never forget that. But it sits in my wardrobe with the other bear, Fudge. So this is what I'm saying about whip and chat. You can talk about so many different things that you don't really get often to talk about. So I've got another bear that is decades old, and I've had it since I was 3, and I've always kept it. You know, when you get older you grow out of things, but no, this bear has a lot of memories. It's of my childhood, it's of my, you know, my first gift from my mum, and I'll go and get it in a minute, but I'm cautious of the time we're spending on this. So let me just do a couple more lines and then I'll go and get this bear. But I called him Fudge because he's got that lovely brown colour and he resembles fudge. So I don't really have a name for the Blackpool one. Obviously there are some friends that, you know, sent me gifts in the past, but there's too much, not necessarily hate there, but there's too many memories. And you know, when I say that some people, you try to be friends, but then there's a magnet there and it's a negativity, and you're trying to, there's just something there and it bounces back, and you just keep clashing all the time. With me, if, say for example, we fall out over something, with me, I have memories of that person. So looking at that gift gives me back memories, and the only way to phase that memory out is to get rid of it. So I used to have an Eddie Stobart t-shirt that one of my acquaintances got me, and there was so much things that were brought to my attention, and I still don't know to this day whether it was just made up, whether it was a fake account and someone was being just spiteful or not. But from what I got told, or what I saw, I had to base it on that reason. And I just had to get rid of it. There was no doubt about it. I physically got rid of it because I knew that if I wore it any longer, I would have memories of that person. And there's something about that, you know, there's something about this, you know, I don't care. What I'm trying to say is I don't care what people think about me. But that bear from Blackpool, I will never ever part with, because it's something that I know the person who got me spent a long time to get, and I take that on board. And yeah, I'll always, you know, support this channel and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like Christmas time. I sent back. I felt like, because someone got me this double-decker bus, and we fell out over something. I don't know what it was, but obviously I seem to get the blame for everything. And I don't know what it was back then, but something, we fell out over something. And I thought, well, do you know what? I don't want this bus, because if that's what you think about me, then I don't want this bus. And I physically wrapped it up and sent it back, because I knew that bus was too good to chuck away. So I sent it back to where it came from. Not being malice, but just my way of saying, look, you know, we're not getting on. Have your bus back, and I'll go my own way. You know, and it is a shame, and it is. I do miss the chats, and I'm not going to lie about that. I do miss the chats. We had some fantastic talks over the years with like ringtones, and I'll never forget that. You know, that guy got, you know, introduced me to ringtones, and each week we did this like deal, so I would send him a bit of the bus and he would send me some biscuits, and I'll never ever forget that. You know, it's so much satisfaction helping someone out, and you know, some people you no matter how much you try to be friends with them, and it just, for whatever reason, it just don't work. There's something there that both me and the other person don't know. We just don't know why the friendship is not working. And yeah, I had to make a decision, and it's upsetting when, you know, you get a gift and you have to part with it. But I couldn't be, it was like closure for me. I had to, you know, phase it out. I could not look at it no more. Even when it was in the cupboard, and when I, you know, tried to tidy up, I would still see it. So my only way was to get rid of it. And yeah, it's just really nice, really. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs, but for me, there's just too much there. I just can't, from what I've seen, I just can't forgive him for that. And what I'm trying to say is, it's best that we don't talk, you know. It is such a shame, and I'm sorry that it's had to be that way, but it's for the best. And yeah, I mean, I'll be civil if people want to, you know, I'll be civil and I'll be polite and talk, but from what I saw, I just think that's really out of order. And then at Christmas time, no, I don't know what it was, but I got a t-shirt, so obviously I wanted to do something back. You know, they sent me something, so I sent them something, and I sent a diamond painting out, and I got no thanks or nothing, absolute nothing. I mean, thanks goes a long way, but yeah, not a thing. Nothing, absolute nothing. And it's that sort of like attitude that is why I don't talk to them. But it is such a shame, because it is what it is. But in a way, I'm more happier, because I don't get. I feel that I'm more calm. I'm more happier now, you know. And it was one of the it was one of the best decisions I did, was move away from that sort of thing, if you like. It just wasn't working out. The friendship wasn't working out, and I thought, you know what, I don't need this anymore, and I just blocked them on all platforms, and that was that. So yeah, I don't know how we got onto this subject, but somehow we've got onto it. But yeah, I don't look back. I always look forward, and I'll always erase them from my memory, if you like. But yeah, I don't mean that in, you know, a disrespectful way. It's just my way of dealing with things. So yeah, that's why I say to you, true friends, no matter what argument you go through, no matter what, it could be you could have called them a really, really bad name. True friends, the way to tell this is, true friends will never, ever, ever, no matter what, no matter argument, no matter what, true friends never block you. The fake ones are the ones that do block you. Always remember that. But yeah, oh my God, we've actually feeling this. Right, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do this line and then we'll just take a break. I'll show you that other bear and we can then move on. So yeah, that's pretty good. Look. Oh, would you look at that? I'll be blown. Oh, we're on the big square. Right, let me go and get that bear and then I'll crack on. So this little bear, as you can see, it's quite old. I've had this since I was 3. And I've always kept it because this is a memory of my first ever gift from my mum. And yeah, had it absolutely, as you can see, it's getting quite distorted, but I've always had it since a kid and I'll always remember it. So yeah, and I know people might take the mick and do that, but that's just jealousy, and I will just ignore it. But look at this from the what this is great is I can actually cut this down now. I don't need all this excess on it, so I could cut that down. Oh, it's gone on the back. It's gone on the wrong side. You can tell if it's been put on the wrong side because it will pull, and then if you put it on the right side, you can see it peels off easy. So always remember that. But yes, okay, so let's crack on. Let's do the line first. We won't do a big rectangle. We'll have to put a line in. But yeah, I think my New Year's resolution is to do more customs. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, maybe. So yeah, just going back a minute, with obviously the gifts, as I said, if you've, I'll only ever chuck gifts away if you basically are not a true friend. That's how I put it, so just to clear that one up. Oh no, I've done it wrong again. Oh man, I keep doing this wrong. I've got to pay attention, Mike. Let's put G up there. Why do I keep putting this wrong? Hang on a minute. No, that is right. No, it's not. Oh no. Right, this is G. Something's gone really wrong here. Let's get this sorted. Hang on. Is that you? Is that you? Yeah, right. Don't know what's going on with me today. I seem to be getting muddled up quite a lot at the moment. Maybe you're away, la 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 la. It's Christmas Town, we're up here in the north. Yeah, playing toys for you until December 24th. Woohoo! Does anyone buy this? I love this stuff. It's called the Body Shop British Rose Hand Cream. I always use it for washing up because they're really lovely. They're £5 a tube, but it's always good to have some hand cream because your hands can get quite sore. And when it's your birthday, when you sign up to the Body Shop, yeah, when it's your birthday, they give you a £5 voucher. So to spend on the Body Shop, which is quite nice. It's up here in the fall, playing toys for you until December 24th. Here we are, there's nothing you can do except to go for a number 22. Has anyone ever seen The Lion King where they jump off, one of the actors jumps off this giant rock and they're on there's like lightning and all that, but I think they're on a harness, but you don't see the harness. And on Billy Elliot, they had, sometimes you'll have a safety curtain before the main curtain, and they had this curtain that seems to have, it looked like it got shot up in the air. Or one fell on the floor and it vanished. It's very interesting how they do it. I'm going to do one more and then we're going to take it up. And then there'll be a mini square, like a little rectangle on the end. I can't believe we're nearly at the end. I'll have to look back at how many weeks this has took. Be interesting to see. I mean, it's probably 19 weeks because, no. I was going to go by the stage numbers, but we do it daily. So, yeah, I'll have to look back and see how many weeks I've done it. Or if someone wants to do that for me, be really cheeky and ask. If you know how many weeks I've done, do let me know. Where that one's come from, that's probably a Y. No, that's, oh, isn't that marvellous? Oh, I put that one away. Never mind, I found one, yeah. I found one over here, so that's good. I thought we finished with that colour, but... Oh, that's interesting. We've gone over slightly, but that's fine. We can do that. We can do it. Yeah, be time for a cuppa soon, hopefully. Hopefully. Right, there we go. So what I plan to do is we'll complete the blocks and then we'll do the filling. That'll be the best option. But yeah, we are slowly but surely going to come to this and get this one finished, I think. Wow, just wow. Absolutely brilliant. But then I've got to decide, do I take the washi tape off? Do I leave it on? But I'm definitely going to put this in a black frame, I think. Because it's a dark painting, so... Wow, I'll have to search for a frame now. But I watched one of my friends in America that does paintings. They put her name on the canvas when they print it. So it's really interesting. But there's a company called Diamond Art Club and it has like a little frill bit to the canvas. I want to give that a go. They look really, really lovely. all the trials and tribulation. And the wife would cook and sell for me, the money she would break for me, I think I might get it out again. Please do not leave me on my own, I'm out in the darkness all alone. Will he be there or will he not? La, 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 la. And that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. We are so close to the end. Look at that. Oh my god. Wow. We are so close to the end. So I reckon the next 2 days we should have this finished. Obviously, it's not going to meet Fridays, I don't think, but we've underestimated that. But we are slowly but surely right at the end of this painting now. It has really been a blast to work on, as I said, so far, but please remember to like, share and subscribe. It's not going to be long until this painting is finished, so if you do want to get this for yourself, the link is in the description below, as well as the washi tape. If you fancy sending me a gift to contribute or help towards diamond paintings, whether it's tools, pens, I welcome that greatly. But please remember to like, share and subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. I'll see you tomorrow. The usual time is 7:30 before the grand final, the day in a couple of days time or whenever we do that. But take care, guys. Bye.